Ma. She goes.
Don't
she
start
puts
with
it.
your-
She shares the live stream.
Oh, yeah, that's
keeps
right.
her
We gotta do that
volume
right
on
now.
full blast and then doesn't understand why there's a delay in her headphones because it comes over through the mic. And so she's sitting there going, "What's so loud? What's so loud? What is that? Why is there a delay?"
Which one of you's got the volume?
And we're going live now.
Who didn't turn it off?
All right, how do we do a watch party again?
Oh, for the love of God.
And we're
wait.
live
Did you
on
drink
Facebook,
this morning?
And we're
We're
going live
live.
now on the show.
I don't.
We're
I
live.
She
just
doesn't
can't
drink
Get, I can't.
before 9 a.m.
I can't get technology. Oh, I hope it's not backwards this week.
It won't be backwards.
Nora and
I
Can I
know.
have it, Mom?
My
Signals.
Jackie?
my
give it to me.
subliminal.
All
My
right.
subliminal.
Why don't you do it, Rocky, on your phone?
I'm not going to ask you again, young lady.
Why don't you do it?
might.
I do it.
Do you?
That's what
Because your
she
phone
said.
looks like it's off, Rocky.
I don't
She
sit
does
with
it.
it open.
She does it, lady.
Hmm?
She does it. She does it.
What are you doing?
We were getting that
this
famous
over there?
delay off my phone. Could I just share?
Are you doing Facebook Live on yours?
I didn't do Facebook
You
Live.
could.
No,
We're
I
doing
just
Facebook
shared
Live. Like you could do a watch party
I just
on
shared
your
it on my
YouTube
page.
channel. Can you do that?
Unfortunately, I don't have enough subs.
Oh,
People got to go out there and sub. I got thousands of views on stuff and like
Oh.
63 subs.
oh.
You're
what-
listening
what
to the
takes
new-
time. Okay.
Sorry, your
Thank
intro
God.
wasn't playing in the dock, so now we're going to go live. with the show.
All right. Now
All
we're
right.
live.
Share.
Yep, share.
You're listening to The Nooner Show with Jackie and
And Nora. And Gina. And Oh boy.
I spiked my tea this
No,
Did you?
I just-
Uh-oh.
with some
say watch
some
together.
coconut lime
Tell
tea, tequila.
Nora's walk-up song.
Yeah.
You play this when you're ice skating?
When I roller skate.
Oh, roller skating. It's the same thing.
It is.
Sorry about that, ladies.
It's okay.
Okay.
He's got a bullet with your
We're
neck
good.
in the chamber. A body organ, rearranger. You feel my danger. This time a bitch gets the last word. All your excuses keep coming faster.
Just say B. The B gets the last word.
This time a bitch gets the last word.
Why'd you look at me? I said the B gets the last word, and she did this.
I have a cocktail with you in mind.
Uh-oh. Oh, I
It's
should have
called
known.
the Misty Lips.
Whoa.
What time
It's Nooner time. Welcome to the Nooner Show with J Dubs and Rocky.
Nora.
And Gina,
From the PodcastDetroit
the
studios
stepsisters.
in Royal Oak, Michigan. Be sure to find us at
But it's okay, don't worry.
The Nooner Show with Jackie and Rocky and the stepsisters.
We're re-recording.
All right. It's still my birthday.
That's right. The
And
whole
it's
month.
winter
It's a whole
time, but
month.
it's
The
still
whole
my
month.
birthday.
Well, you know
That's
what's
So
right.
wait, what do you do if it? So like my birthday's at the end of the month. Your birthday's at the end of the
Yeah.
month.
Yep.
You start celebrating.
You're
No.
screwed.
The first.
You're screwed.
No, we start
Yeah.
the first of the month.
Right. I was
Okay.
going to say, you have to start, you guys start in November.
The
That's
November
the
1st.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's still my, it's
it's
my
done.
birthday.
We're
So
done.
it's your birthday month. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. See, I have to share mine with John Paul though, so I feel like it's
And
unfair.
me.
Yeah, but I like you, so.
Wow.
Like
No,
John
it
Paul.
was kind of weird this year not sharing our birthdays.
Aw.
You know, I felt like, I guess most of the time I don't really
Did
care.
you
He
feel
always lets me
weird?
pick. He always lets me pick the dinner.
That's because
So-
you love him. You love
I do.
him.
He's a little
Yeah.
baby. What are we gonna
Aw.
Yeah.
do? But
Aw.
Happy Hump Day, kids.
Happy Hump Day,
Hump
Jackie.
Day.
And happy
Hump
birthday,
Day.
Nora.
Thank you so much. I
Yeah.
have some sad news to
sad
report.
news.
Yes.
On your birthday?
Yes.
On your birthday?
Carol
2.0?
Spiney passed away.
Who?
He was 85 years old.
Oh my god.
You don't know who that is?
No.
He was Big Bird in The Grouch.
Oh my gosh. Big Bird died?
Yes.
What's his
That's
name?
the saddest
Carol
thing ever.
Spiney.
Is it a guy?
Has he been Big Bird
It's a
this
guy.
whole time?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, he
And
has
The Grouch.
not.
And The Grouch.
What?
This
How,
whole-
gosh,
he's
how
80
different
something years
characters
old?
are. Like
I know.
somebody so lovable
He
and
was
somebody so crabby.
85. He was 85.
And he did
Kinda
that
like
until
you,
he
Gina.
was.
I'm the lovable
Wow.
one.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're the crabby one.
But you know,
there's that.
I love Sesame Street. My favorite character though was Kermit. I'm Kermit.
Oh,
Kermit. Oh, I forgot about Kermit.
Yeah,
I think I miss Piggy.
I was just gonna say Miss Piggy for you. Yeah, yeah.
Or the Cookie
I can
Monster.
see
I was
that.
going to say Cookie Monster.
yeah.
Yeah, I like
yeah,
Cookie
you're
Monster.
the Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
Or the Grouch.
I'm always hungry.
All of those.
Cookie
I
Monster.
could.
C is for cookie.
Yeah. All
Jack-
of those above.
I'm gonna tell you who Jackie is.
Oh, gosh.
She's that chef. He goes boo 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 boo.
The Swedish chef.
That's funny. I don't know who you guys are talking about. I think she's seriously. I don't think I.
Or wait, no, Jackie's the count. One.
Oh yeah.
One more thing to say.
Oh, that's, you know how accurate that is?
why.
Yeah.
That's like,
That is
actually.
I'm setting a
funny.
timer. Don't make me count to 10.
3 more
Yeah.
reasons I'm
John
going to
Paul's
tell you
been
what to do.
imitating me a lot with that.
I'm setting a
Any
timer.
'Cause I used to do that when he was little. I didn't realize it would make such an
Oh, that
lasting
is
impact
so
on his life.
funny. You set a timer
All
on
the
your
time.
Oh my God.
Oh,
all the
that's
time.
What,
hilarious.
when you live in my house with people wallacing around in our house, they take forever to get anything done. So you have to set a timer.
Did it work?
No.
Right.
Have you met the
That's what I'm
Wallaces?
like, right.
We're still late. We're
Right.
here right now and we're still late.
I have met the Wallaces. Yeah.
The Wallace time is a completely different clock.
That is for sure.
Hi, John.
Yeah.
Hi, John. We
That
love
is
you.
for
Love
sure.
you.
But yeah, so that's sad.
So-
when did he die?
Sunday.
oh,
Sunday.
So,
So
I have
wait,
a question. Are those characters now? Like,
You know, I
will
don't-
they find people? I mean, I
don't
can't.
know.
He was really those characters until
Yeah.
he died?
Yep.
wow, really?
They
That's a
actually showed a
lot.
video of Big Bird falling off a cliff. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
wow.
Oh my God.
Wow. I hope there aren't any kids listening to the Mirror Show right
Big Bird
now.
is still alive.
The views and opinions of the host.
Are not all the hosts. Send that mail to Nora at
Sorry, kids.
Oh my gosh. That's
Oops.
So funny.
Tell us there's no Santa Claus.
And then
So,
what?
wait, so then will somebody take over that role? Or
You know,
will they
I don't
just
know.
retire the
I don't
character?
know. But they did.
No, they're not gonna
I think they
retire.
said he died the same day that they were Kennedy Center honors. You know, when they do that, they were going to honor Sesame Street.
No
Well, they
way.
did honor Sesame Street.
Really?
So
And
yeah.
he died
Sad.
the same day?
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh, that's weird.
So,
So, like, he
I mean-
did his thing and he was
Yeah.
done. He checked out.
Yeah.
85's
Wow.
young, though.
He went to that bird nest in the sky.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Nora.
Sure is.
Oh, wow.
She's
you
on
look really
a
upset.
roll today.
Uh-huh.
I
Wow.
know.
Bitch gets the last word.
That's right, lady.
Let me start with Nora's cocktail
Went to
today.
that dump in the city.
Here we go. You know, I like to bring cocktail ideas
Well,
here.
wait,
For
wait,
breakfast.
wait.
For
You
breakfast.
can't do the cocktail yet. You have to do the cocktail after I explain my Channel 12 News
Yeah,
debut.
we have to tell you.
All right.
We
Yeah,
have a
this is
new-
a-
Okay.
She's
You know
a
what? For
celebrity.
somebody who's
You
not
know what?
on the introduction, it's a lot about Nora today.
Well, right,
yeah.
because the bitch gets the last word. Okay?
No, you know what? I think that whole celebrity stuff went to her head.
It kinda
you become
did.
a
It went
different
straight
person.
to
like
her
her
head. It
Rocky
just-
knows you become a different person, don't
I
you?
know, my son was in a movie.
Yeah, your
Well,
son's
that's
in a movie,
different.
so it's
Yes,
like
yes.
everybody's
No
got to wait.
pictures,
on
please.
you.
No
Yeah,
pictures, please.
paparazzi. Get
And
'em
we're
outta
just
here.
serving a little humble pie today.
And I also
So-
won a contest on the radio. Also, so,
What? You won a contest?
I've
okay.
just been busy. You know what can I
Busy,
say?
busy,
you know, I
busy.
have.
Well, that's why she hasn't picked up any of our calls.
Yeah,
She's
no
been
shit.
on the phone with the damn radio trying to get
so,
through.
Yeah. Caller
Seriously,
100.
no. Okay, but wait, I do want to hear. How did you get interviewed, and what makes you such
well,
an expert?
You know, well, years.
Now the real story.
years.
The real
years
story.
of faking it until I make it. But no.
No, that's not true.
So the owner of the salon, the news called him because there was this study out again about color causing cancer, hair color causing cancer, and I'm like, they have this study every 10 years or so. They bring this out, and it's like it's flawed because they would have to test every single color on the market, and of course they don't. So anyway,
Do they tell you which ones they test? Just curious. Okay.
No.
Okay.
And he just wanted to know, you know, how my clients felt about it. if they were if they would stop using
Now they
color.
didn't interview the clients.
They
did
actually, one of my clients came in that morning and she got color in the highlight. And so he actually called her on the phone and she gave her little comment and stuff about, when she was pregnant, I didn't do color for her, but she doesn't do a relaxer, but she does color and, and she's, I won't say her age, but she's youngish. And I've been coloring her hair for a long time. And it's like, I was telling him, he said, do you think that people will stop? They will stop? And I was like, heck no. I'm like, it's a vanity thing. And then you have people that gray, like in their 20s, and they don't want to walk around with that. And and I haven't seen it firsthand in any of my clients, cancer or anything like that.
I am
What kind
curious.
of cancer are they saying it is?
They were saying breast cancer.
Yeah,
and it could be
But
some other
isn't a lot
cancers
of-
too, but it was breast.
Like breast cancer, isn't that a lot? Like it's very hereditary. It's
Exactly.
not so much situational or
Exactly.
environmental. Like it's
Exactly.
very
Yes.
like.
But
there's
has somebody
genes.
died and sued a color company, and that's where this is coming from?
And he was really the questions that he asked me, he really, really wanted to know. He was like, so they wouldn't stop. I was like, heck no. He was like, oh.
Yeah, but nowadays everything causes cancer.
Everything,
I mean, it's like you
everything.
can't like
Right.
processed foods cause cancer,
Right.
microwaves
Yep.
cause
Right.
cancer. It's
Right.
like
cell phones.
yeah,
all of that.
everything. And
You
so
know,
it's
and I-
Fortune cookies,
And
co-host.
then, we were. No.
You're looking that way, right?
right
we
here.
we were talking about keratin treatments too. We were talking about
Yeah.
that, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember saying to him, I remember doing a keratin treatment, and they found like it had like this chemical in it.
yeah,
and they were like, "Oh, we can't use it
The
anymore, formaldehyde."
I remember
And I
that.
told my clients,
Yeah.
and they were
my.
like, "Well, you're gonna have to do me in the back alley because
Yeah.
I'm not." Seriously, that's
Yeah.
what they said
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
They're like,
No,
"We're
that
not gonna
company
stop."
got sued.
I remember.
I won't say the name.
I
of it,
remember.
but-
I remember all of that, and I
Yeah.
was telling him about it.
yeah,
I said,
yeah.
and I still had people that wanted to do it.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't care.
Yeah.
So
But it didn't go away. I
No,
mean,
it didn't.
The product,
No,
just
they
changed
reformulated it
and
and-
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
but it's
yeah.
just like that with everything. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
it's like
Well,
it's
and it's
just
the amount of chemicals and additives,
Yeah.
and I mean,
Right.
it's whatever. Some people are exposed to one thing and they have no problems, and some
Yeah.
people are exposed to the exact same situation.
Everybody's
Right.
different.
And
That's
everybody's
why I
different.
say the study's
But-
flawed because
Right.
you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know, you don't even know who they tested,
Right.
all that stuff.
well,
So-
and then are they testing for genes and things like that? Because they're
Right.
saying, women
Right.
with breast cancer,
Right.
they test their daughters to see
Right.
if they have the same
Right.
genes, and then
Yeah.
it's just different. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't,
So yeah,
So
it was
wait,
I'm not a
interesting.
scientist,
so
though, so
you
what the
were
hell
on
do I know?
TV, and
Yes.
And then the radio.
and then what
And then the
happened?
radio.
So that led you to a radio contest.
Yeah, that
You're
one,
like a
one of my
big celebrity
coworkers,
here.
she always gets through on the radio.
She
Every
does.
time they have
How?
I don't know, but she can do it. And I was
Oh
like,
my.
what
She has
are
a
you
secret
doing?
line? Do they have a secret phone number
So
for their favorite people?
I'm doing my client's
I try
hair,
every
and all of a
day.
sudden she goes here. She just gives me the phone, and I go hello, and they're like, and who is this? And I'm like,
And Nora, too.
So wait a minute. Your client gets through and gives you the
Wait, your
phone.
no, it
client?
was my coworker.
Oh, your coworker.
I was doing my client, and she's like, just say, she's like, say your name like that, and I'm like, what is this? And so I won $20 in Arby's coupons.
So she gave it to
Oh.
you.
Yes,
That was nice.
I know that was her gift to me.
Aw.
I
Oh
wish
my
it was
gosh.
the $1,000 contest.
Yeah,
but
no
hey.
I'm sure she's not going to hand
Right.
that.
They have this one
Right.
right now, and
Wow.
I'm a big Mojo
Yes.
in the morning fan,
Yep.
so I listen to them every day. They have this one now, and it's Pepsi's, and it's like you can, if you win, you have the chance to either pay it forward or you keep it, and it's like $500. It's like not a ton of money,
Uh-huh.
you know
But
what I mean?
it's-
Because
yeah, but it's
they've got their
money.
$25,000
Yeah.
prize right now, but I was like, man, if I won, I was like, because they were talking about the people that were like, no, everyone so far has kept it, and I was just like,
the
I'm sorry,
holidays.
but I got to keep
Yeah.
it. Like if I win, like.
Yeah.
I'll pay it forward when I actually have real money.
Yeah.
But right now, this bitch is broke as hell.
Hey.
So I was like,
gotta keep
Chase
it.
Bank will be thrilled to have this
You
$500.
gotta keep
You know what I mean? Like,
Chase,
Yeah,
if you're
you gotta-
listening,
yeah.
it's coming.
The check is
gotta
not in the
keep
mail,
it.
Chase.
I'm bringing you cash.
in coins.
In coins.
Yeah.
All right, Nora, here's your drink. Misty
Okay.
Bitch.
Oh,
Ready?
I'm ready.
1 ounce of vodka, Campari,
She's writing it down.
lime. I
Yeah,
know she is.
I'm
She's writing
writing
this
it
down.
down.
A splash of pink grapefruit juice.
Oh, I like that.
You mix
Yes.
the vodka, the Campari, and a highball glass. You add the fresh lime to the top and you then top it with pink grapefruit juice.
Oh,
Ooh.
cute.
That
That
sounds
sounds
kind of healthy. Is that
It is because it has grapefruit
in it.
Grapefruit and lime.
Like potatoes and
gonna say.
grapefruit, right?
Yeah, potatoes. Yeah, exactly.
It'll be fine.
All right.
Sure.
So Nora, that's your new drink. I'm gonna
Yum.
I'll send it to you.
I have some in my tea right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some tequila.
That's why
that
you're
explains everything.
Yeah.
Explains
That
everything.
explains.
That's not true. I'm just high off life. Okay, people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
You stick with that story.
Yeah. Okay.
All
Well,
right.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you
My
for being
birthday.
here today.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Next, it's
You know,
going to be
so
a
welcome.
magazine.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exclusive
I'm
interview.
I'm writing it, so.
Yeah.
I have a piece of paper. I can fold it in half and get started.
Well, wait. So, how can we see the link? Tell everybody what the link is.
Oh, you go to abc12.com and you can watch
Just
it.
put your name in.
I think you put in like if color causes cancer or something like
okay.
that. And then
Okay.
You know,
just
we'll
pops
post
up.
a link. We'll post a link after on the link show.
Oh, there you
We'll
go.
put
On
it
the
on
link show?
On the link.
On the link
We
show.
have a link show?
I
On the
know.
link show. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
This is a secret show that Gina
new.
started by herself.
Yeah. We'll post a link
she is
after we
taking
post
over.
this show. How
okay.
about that? How
Yeah,
about that?
whatever you say.
Yeah.
Well, we always post a link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
we'll post a link
this
to it.
show's link.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then we'll post a link under there.
And we
Perfect.
post it just like that.
Perfect.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, ladies.
I think we need to get ready.
I
ready.
think so,
Let's
too.
see, Rocka.
What, Nora? Go ahead.
You are listening to The Nooner Show. We appreciate your support and we hope you get inspired to take a leap of faith. Don't forget to subscribe to The Nooner Show wherever you listen to podcasts. You can like us on Facebook and follow us at The Nooner Show on Instagram. Our show today is sponsored by The Parlor in Hadley, Michigan, a music-themed pizzeria where pizza rocks. And from the makers of Dope Water, if you can be anything, why not be dope?
You're forgetting one. Is that all I gave you?
That's all you gave me. We'll plug those guys in a little bit here.
Yes.
Okey-dokey.
Happy Days Records. We'll
Okey-dokey.
get that plug
This
in a
segment
minute.
is designed to showcase the stories of talented individuals who had a wish and found a way to make it happen. They set goals, overcame obstacles, and turned setbacks into comebacks. Their stories are unique, interesting, and most of all, inspiring.
As a young kid, George Wilson grew up enjoying music and building intricate things. One of his high school projects combined both of those two favorite things when he built a Flying V guitar. A Flying V is an electric guitar that was introduced by Gibson in 1958. The design continues to be admired by many musicians for its futuristic body design. His guitar looked beautiful except for one minor detail. It wasn't playable. After high school,
Details.
not relevant, you know. It's all cosmetic, right? That's how I play guitar anyway. After high school, George eventually used his skills of building to land a career in technology. Playing guitar remained a passion pastime, and so did building guitars. He got better at doing both, and in 2017, after dealing with some life setbacks, George used building guitars to focus on something that brought him pleasure. He dove into the science and art involved in creating beautiful masterpiece guitars, which he now custom makes for others. He recently started a YouTube channel where he discusses many facets of the world of guitars. Joining us today is George as we talk about building custom guitars and how having a hobby can help you through your darkest days. Welcome to the Nooner Show.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Where to start?
I love guitars.
Me
Like
too.
if I could play any
I
instrument.
wish I could play.
I
Every
know.
time you go to a show or anything
Yeah.
and you see people, you're like,
Oh, guitarists or something.
yeah.
I'm always mesmerized by it. So the fact that you build guitars is so cool. And I did watch some of your YouTube, and I know you brought one of your custom guitars
I did.
here. So why did you start doing that?
All right. I started back into this. I got involved with another company called TTM Guitars out of California. They offered me an endorsement. I paid for a custom guitar from them.
Now, wait, let me ask you something. Are you a musician?
More a YouTuber than anything.
Like, why would?
No,
why
I've never. See, that was part of the whole goofiness of this. TTM Guitars has had a lot of setbacks and issues with other actual artists. Oh.
So why would they offer you an endorsement? I guess is what I was wondering.
That's
Oh.
what I was wondering too.
Did they think you were a musician?
No.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I play some in my room and stuff like that. I do demos. I actually am an endorsed artist with Sonic Cake guitar pedals out of China. And I do pedal demos for them on my YouTube channel and get product from them all the time.
Really?
And they really back me up, yeah, for sure.
And so when I'm just curious because I didn't know this part, but when you got endorsements, they didn't say where do you play,
Yeah.
what kind of music do you do?
Sonic
What do you-
Cake did not. I actually reached out to them last year after NAMM. I told them I was really interested in doing some demos of their product. I talked with their product reps, and they saw my channel, saw what I could do channel wise, and were interested in that.
Really?
So you just reached out to
Amazing.
them. You reached
Yep.
out to. Wow.
And they send you.
Yeah, I've
stuff.
got like 10 pedals at home sitting there.
Wow.
On
Really?
my pedal board that are Sonic Cake. Yep.
And so what do? Review them? And
I review them, play them, enjoy them. I'm getting ready. I'm going to do some recording here in
okay.
the very near future with them.
Okay. So then going back to the story with
All right.
this company.
I was back November 17. I was diagnosed with cancer. This all ties in together.
Yeah.
We might as well go ahead and start this from
Start
that
at the
point.
beginning.
I was diagnosed with HPV. I had a tumor on one of my tonsil.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Okay.
So it was in an area where they couldn't surgically operate to get it cut. So because they were afraid of it being too close to the windpipe
Oh
and
wow.
actually doing damage there.
Mm-hmm.
So what they ended up doing is they treated it with a massive amount of radiation and chemo,
Oh wow.
and about 4 months and about 70 pounds of weight loss later.
Wow.
Wow.
I was cancer free.
Wow.
But
Glad to hear that.
wow.
But through that, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But through all that, it was pretty rough. Had a lot of issues with like my body reacting to it. It felt like, you know how you see like the pictures of Jesus with the crown of thorns around his head. I had like sores like that,
Wow.
Oh, man.
and you couldn't even lay down. Literally, it was that painful.
Wow.
It's awful.
And all kinds of stuff like that. I recently had my teeth extracted because of it as well.
Wow.
Wow.
Just because of the radiation and chemo just rotted them.
Wow.
And those are things that they don't tell you about. You didn't expect.
They wanted to make sure that my teeth were healthy at the beginning, which they were.
Okay.
And they went in but they said that they weren't sure,
Wow.
100%.
Right.
But luckily, it was like such a radiated dose. It didn't affect me any otherwise. Just in my teeth in that area. My saliva glands, ironically, are like kicking out 100%.
Wow.
Which is the one oral surgeon that did the teeth extractions was like shocked
Wow.
that they even worked. He was like, generally, you get about a 10% ratio of them, the
Wow.
saliva glands working, so your mouth is permanently dry.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So
But look at you now.
Yeah. Look
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So during that time, then you were going through that because I don't know much about that, but when you're doing radiation, do you have to be in quarantine or were you free to kind of?
I was pretty much quarantined to my bed with my dog by my side.
Wow.
My little pup.
Aw.
So is that when you started playing guitar and building them, or
No,
how did that lead you?
part of that is my wife let me. I told her that I've always liked custom guitars and whatnot, and I wanted my own signature one.
Wow.
I'm like, look, I know what specs I exactly want just from playing, regardless whether I'm a bedroom player or not. And of course, she was great about that. And she said, heck yeah, of course. You can have your own custom guitar.
Wow.
You've gone through a heck of a lot. We've got the, resources for it. So a couple months later, I talked with a couple of friends. They recommended me going to TTM. I reached out to them. I made a purchase on the instrument, and they reached out and said, well, look, because you purchased the instrument, we're going to endorse you. That's not generally how endorsements work.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Generally, they endorse you by giving you an instrument. They don't
Yeah.
endorse you because you bought an instrument, which
Yeah.
I found
Yeah.
that out a lot later.
Yeah.
So with it being said, about a year, what was it? Just as recently, February, I think, were my first pictures of the start of the build of the Origin. I still was awaiting delivery of that custom guitar from a year prior.
So wait,
Wow.
so you ordered like you had a custom guitar made.
No,
So when you
I
say you
ordered it.
ordered,
You ordered it.
You ordered
I
it.
ordered it. It was never made or delivered.
Wow.
They took my money.
oh, really?
They took my money, gave me an said they gave me an endorsement, yada yada.
Really?
Said it'd be great for me, blah blah blah. You know that type
Oh,
of stuff.
wow.
But you never saw
Wow.
any of it.
No,
You're still waiting.
no.
No.
Actually, eventually after 2 months of badgering, I finally did get my money back. Like
Oh, okay.
I think it was just this last July, maybe.
Wow.
So
It took almost 2 years to get the money back.
okay,
Wow.
but so when you ordered the guitar from them,
Mhm.
it was supposed to be custom made, like there would
Yeah,
only
custom
be
made
one,
here, brand new, USA.
but like according to yours.
Yeah, did
Yep,
you
according to exactly
what
what I
you
wanted.
wanted?
Yep.
Oh,
okay.
So you
Gotcha.
designed
Oh.
it through them.
Yep,
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
Okay.
I took one of their body shapes and had them do exactly everything I wanted to it.
And was this a
Okay.
service that they
Oh.
offered?
Yes.
Oh, so it was an ongoing service. It wasn't
Yep.
like you were new and just
Yep.
coming up with this.
Right, exactly. And it was like
wow.
supposed to be out of their newly launched custom shop in California.
Now, had
Oh.
I'm
you
like, all right, well, cool. You know,
Wow.
great.
had you read reviews or talked to anybody who had used this service?
There are a few guitarists in the past that have used TTM guitars. I didn't do much research on them. CC DeVille of Poison was endorsed by them at one point.
Okay.
And I've actually seen pictures of him with one of their guitars.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and there have been a couple other, you know, famous musicians that have used them.
So you
Mark
were-
Kendall of Great White.
You were
Wow.
confident
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
that they
So
would
I
be
figured
okay.
that if those two had one,
Sure.
maybe, you know.
Right.
yeah, for sure.
So you said, okay, forget it. You got your money
You
back.
got your money back.
Built your own.
Well, that started the launch of my own build. I started gluing pieces together. I think my first pictures of the one that we got sitting here was in January of this year.
Wow.
Wow,
Because
really?
I was at that point where I'm like, look, how long does it take for a custom guitar to be built?
yeah.
You know what? At this point,
I
I'm
was
smart
going
enough.
to ask that question.
Yeah.
I'm smart enough. You know, I can probably do this on my own.
Mm-hmm.
So lo and behold, the one you have in front of me is pretty much
How long
what I
did it
wanted.
take you to build
Yeah.
that one. I am just finishing up, but I've got a lot of templates and stuff to knock stuff out a lot
that?
quicker
Can we
now.
show that?
guys, gonna say,
Yeah.
can we
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
that? Bring that
Yeah,
over
'cause
here.
that guitar's badass.
It is. That's beautiful.
Ooh.
Where's
Wow.
the Yeah, the camera's right there.
Oh,
That
wow.
isn't that pretty?
That's
You can
awesome.
bring it up closer if you want to, so people can see the detail. If you want to flip it.
But it's got a flame maple neck. It's got a flame maple neck on it. It's custom stained body. It's got
That is just
bird's
so
eye maple
beautiful.
on the face with purple heart
Wow.
stripes.
Did you see
and-
that, Sheena?
It's got
Yeah.
mahogany and oak on the back. The reason for the oak actually, Brian May, the red guitar that Brian May plays in Queen, part of that is actually oak.
Oh wow.
So I thought it'd be interesting. Oak is not generally a typical tone wood they would use to build an instrument.
Oh,
So I
okay.
was like, well, wait, not too many people sound like Brian May or have
Oh.
that tone.
Yeah.
So what's the typical tone wood? What
Like
that
a
you would do?
mahogany, a
Okay.
maple.
Oh, okay.
Mahoganies and maples
it-
generally.
the guitar is beautiful. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it is
just
beautiful.
Tell us
beautiful.
about
I
the
love it.
color.
Yeah.
the color insert. Like what's your inspiration for that?
Because we would buy only for the color.
Right. right.
we
Okay,
don't care.
this
That's as
here-
far as their
The
understanding goes.
technique I used on this you won't find anywhere else because no one else has probably done anything
But,
like it.
but what
I
about
did
the,
it with my fingers. I
You
literally
did?
took my fingers and
Really?
went around. That's how I got the purple to red.
yeah.
Then I
Wow,
used a
wow.
sander
Okay.
to fade the red up. This is all like company's called Andreas. They do like leather dyes.
Oh wow.
I used leather dyes on this. So it's got purple on the outside, black on the back.
and
on the
that's
sides.
wood.
Yep.
And you used a leather dye
Yeah.
on the wood. Had you worked with this
Wow.
medium before?
Actually, I've seen some other. I've done a bit of research, and there's a couple other guitar builders that do use leather dyes on their instruments, and it absorbs
Okay.
really well. That's one thing I learned about wood. It even with
Yeah.
finishes, it does absorb it. It takes it in like a sponge.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
So
So
Yeah,
then
it's
what was
beautiful.
your the design in the middle? What inspired that?
this here,
Yeah.
I've always liked classic BC Rich guitars. Have got like the 5-piece bodies like that. This is actually a 10-piece body, which takes a lot of time to build.
Wow.
Because like you got like your 5 pieces at the top, then I got like the oak mahogany on the bottom, and this is all bird's eye maple on the top with the purple heart stripes.
wow.
So,
Wow.
But
Now, is that what you wanted that other company to build?
Is it-
Is
yeah.
that
not
like the
exactly
prototype or
this
no?
one. Not exactly.
No?
No.
Okay.
This one I went as extreme as I could. I wanted
okay.
something that would be more difficult, more challenging for me to build to see if I could actually do it.
Oh.
Wow.
So it was more of a
Wow.
personal.
And this was your
Challenge.
and this was your
Right.
first time.
Yeah.
I like how
Wow.
you challenge yourself to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think after surviving cancer
Yeah.
and going
that's
through
right.
what you went through, you were
Right.
probably ready for a bigger challenge,
Yeah.
right? I don't know what could be more challenging than
Right.
that, but
Right.
so and now does this one play?
Oh, of course.
It does.
Yes. Actually, even the pickups in it, they're USA made. These are by Byron Job out of Jobtone Pickups out in Nevada. They're amazing. These are probably some of the best pickups I've ever heard. And I've had custom shop from Seymour Duncan on California.
Now, how did you hear about that company?
Byron Job, actually from a good friend here in the area. He plays in Rockstar, Jamie Trevino. I'm not sure if you've heard of him or not. They do like some things.
Sounds familiar.
Rockstar holds a couple of really big things down at Mount Clemens at the
Okay.
Emerald Theater. They do a couple of pretty big events down there.
Cool.
But he came over to my house. I've checked out a couple of his own personal guitars. He's awesome, great guy. But yeah, that's definitely where I got these from. I'm talking as of this morning with Chris Webster. He owns Lizard Spit Products. They're guitar polishes and they do automotive polishes too, but they're all eco-friendly.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
These polishes are amazing too. They're my personal favorite, and I think we're going to be using them in-house at my custom shop as well. That's what
Really?
we're actually talking about.
So you
yeah.
just reach out to
Oh,
different
of
people.
course. I am
and-
not. No, I'm not afraid to.
And
And-
I was just going to say, I mean,
Yeah.
it's like you don't even hesitate. You're like, oh,
No.
that's what I
Well,
need,
and,
so I'm
and
going to
you,
reach out to
you
them.
have a day job though. It's not like you do
Oh,
this
I do.
all day. This-
You are correct. I do.
oh yeah, I forgot about that day job.
Well, like I told my wife, I'm going to be a sound engineer by the time this is all done
Yeah.
between my YouTube videos and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Then I started doing some video gaming too. So I play Rocket League online every so often on my YouTube channel as well.
Wow.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh.
So
So-
you said something about your wife. So your wife was like, "Go for it,
Yeah.
build them." So now, how is she today? So in the time between you saying that you were going to build them
Mm-hmm.
and to now, now how long has that time span been?
This one this is a prototype, mind you. It took me, so I started actually gluing wood together in January. I'm holding it here, and I'm almost to the point where I can say I'm finished with it.
Wow.
Let's put it that way.
What,
So-
what do you have to finish?
Yeah.
Probably putting a couple more screws in.
I was gonna
to
say,
be
let's
honest,
finish
I've got a
the
couple.
meat.
I got a couple screws loose.
Don't we all? I think we all do. You're at the right place.
So
So
now-
that's fine. It's just,
So
you're
now
hanging
when-
out with us. That's
When your wife saw,
you gotta
when
have
your-
screws.
yeah.
when your wife saw the complete,
Yeah.
saw it
What'd
fit,
she
what
think?
was her? Yeah.
Yeah,
What did she?
she
say?
was stunned.
Yeah.
She thought
Yeah.
it was beautiful.
Does she play
Oh,
guitar?
wow.
She does not, no. But she does enjoy it when I play.
Oh.
That's important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Can
important.
you give us? Can you play a little for
Yeah.
us? We'd like to hear.
Yeah, let me go ahead. Like I said, this may be knocked way out of tune since how the elements are kind of chilly. Let's see here. We got the amp plugged in.
Got to give out a shout to Mark from Local Scream
Yeah,
and the
sure.
Local
Yeah,
Scream
definitely.
family.
Hey,
He's
Mark.
Hey, Mark.
listening. Yep. He's the one that told me about you. Said, you got to check him out.
All right, let's see.
Also want to give a shout out to Tasha Owens.
Hey,
Her
Tasha.
birthday is tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Tasha.
Birthday
Is
twin.
that good?
Birthday. It's her birthday.
It's her birthday.
birthday.
I'm just going to do a couple classical style runs on it. I'm not
Okay.
going to do anything too
We just want to make
fancy.
sure it's playable. No.
Before we purchase it. Yeah.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Actually, that's up here.
Woo!
But
Very nice.
I'm surprised it's actually pretty close to in tune, too. Literally, like I said, I put
great.
brand new strings on it this morning. I'm like, this thing, because
Oh.
the strings have to stretch, when they're coming out of the package. So I was like, Yeah, this is gonna be interesting.
Can you turn this way so that it goes into this mic?
Oh, sure. I can try to turn
Please.
it up.
Oh,
No.
okay, never mind.
What do you want me to do?
No, nothing. You're fine.
All right.
Go ahead.
Doesn't that make you want to play?
Oh, yeah.
All right. This is a little. I'm gonna do a little piece. Randy Rhoads has been in my heart lately. Someone broke into Musonia out in California, which was Randy and Dolores' studio, and stole a bunch of personal equipment and artifacts.
Oh, wow.
Randy Rhoads was Ozzy Osbourne's guitarist in the early '80s and helped him with several albums,
Wow.
and it's loved by many musicians all over the world. This is just a little bit of D.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
The guitar is just gorgeous.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed you don't use the pick.
And not for classical playing. I do
Oh.
use a pick regularly.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I don't know anything about that. I just
That was so funny that you were like, you don't use a pick.
Right.
I don't know.
Whoa.
I thought that was her one question. At
Right.
No, I used to watch the Lindsey Buckingham.
Oh, okay.
What's the name of that? Where he just, it's that solo that he does when he doesn't use a pick. I don't know if
alright.
he.
Big Love.
Yeah.
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 Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Yeah.
I saw Carlton Washington with Ornetta Davis. You saw him. What was
So
it, like
good.
a few weeks ago, a month
Yeah.
ago? Oh my
Ugh.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he
He's
was-
another amazing guitarist.
we were laughing because we were saying how all of the girls were like, I'm marrying him. I'm gonna marry him.
All the girls that we were sitting with.
I'll
were
take
like-
Thornetta.
Everybody was saying that too. anyway, so what's the game plan? So you decide you're going to go ahead and custom build for people now,
Yep.
which is not going to be easy.
No. I'm hoping to do maybe like 4 or 5 guitars a year. I'm not
Wow.
hoping to do it a lot.
Yeah.
This will be a very limited edition, very personal custom order too.
Wow.
As far as pictures through the whole process of build. So that way make sure that everyone that gets something gets what I would want.
Wow.
So what are you? So if I decide I want a custom guitar, how are you going to go about designing it for me? Like, how are you going to begin this process?
it would have
What
to
do you
have
want?
pearls.
Yeah.
And pink lipstick.
Can you do something with that?
Revlon 440, cherries in the snow. Let's get it right.
Well, you know, when you said that, I was thinking now, if when you have someone, if they come to you and say, okay, I want you to build me a guitar, do you like sit with them so you can figure out who they are?
We can talk,
Personality.
we
Yeah.
can email, yes,
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
course.
you want. I say it. Well, you want it to be reflective. Like they're right. Like pearls. I wear pearls a lot. It would be cherries in the snow, red, Revlon 440.
We got it.
Yeah.
I think too, because I mean, if they're coming because they want a custom guitar, they're probably you're gonna go through every detail.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
What they're looking
Strings,
for, what
everything.
kind of playing they
Like
do.
I've said in my previous videos on my channel, Joe Tone pickups are my standard pickup in my guitars unless someone wants something that's even what they consider better.
So someone who's going to ask for a custom guitar is going to know a lot more than what we know. Like,
Yeah.
I would hope so.
no, but they're going to know like
Yeah,
the
it's gonna be
intricate.
scared.
No. But they're going to know the intricate
Right.
details. Like,
Yeah.
I
Right.
want these kinds of strings, or I want these pickups,
Yeah,
or I want.
exactly.
So there's going to be specifics that they would.
Right,
Because this is
exactly.
a foreign. I don't know anything.
Right, right.
Like
Yeah.
Or I want a rosewood fretboard or a
Right.
mahogany,
Yeah.
so they're going
mahogany
to.
body,
They have
yada,
some
yada.
ideas in their own mind. They're going to come with a preconceived.
Right.
Do you do
idea.
only acoustic or electric, or do you do acoustic as well?
Only electric.
Only electric.
Okay.
Okay.
Acoustics is a totally different monster.
Look at him.
I
laugh.
can see. I can see him doing both though.
Yeah.
Eventually.
You think
Yeah.
eventually?
Yeah.
Branch
I
out.
don't know. My
I
wood
can
shop
see
is
that.
pretty small.
So have people reached out? Are you
I've had a
working
couple
with
of people that are interested, that have said they're interested, but nothing, concrete.
Yeah.
Well, you have. It seems like you have a lot of connections, so
Yeah.
I would think that you
Yeah.
would get a lot of business.
Right.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
about
for sure.
and so what's on the YouTube channel?
My product demos, gameplay now.
When you
anyway,
say gameplay, people do the
Rocket League.
that's
on
like a whole
Steam.
nother
Yeah.
language
It's
to
a-
me. Is that like Fortnite or whatever
No,
that
it's
is?
a soccer game
Oh, it's
with
a soccer
cars.
game. What do you
It's like a
mean?
soccer
Do
game
you
with
know what
cars.
that is? It's
No.
a soccer game?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
She's laughing. That's the only game
it-
she knows.
I know.
She could have said Pac-Man.
Right.
Pac-Man. Isn't that like the 80s?
You're not versed in the
Well,
YouTube world.
that's
No,
about
no.
what she knows. So.
I don't know how to put my phone on silent.
No,
That's how
my youngest Sam got me into it, and
No, but wait
it's
a-
been addictive.
Oh yeah.
So
they
you
are.
have kids as well then?
Huh?
How many kids do you have?
Between me and my wife, we got 4.
So
I was
how-
married once prior.
Have they been
Yeah,
supportive and
interested
excited
in that.
about you
Yeah.
making your
Actually,
own
if
guitars?
if you look at my picture on the Facebook profile, one of my guitars, my youngest, is actually gluing one together and working with me.
Wow.
Oh wow.
cool.
So it's
See.
become a family
That is
affair.
Yeah.
then.
cool.
Yeah, a little bit.
Wow, that's really
Yeah.
cool. Do any of your kids play?
No,
No.
actually, no. I lie. My my biological son Zachary does. play.
Okay. Right on. Does he play your guitars? when
Yeah,
you-
exactly. Oh, Dad, that's neat.
Yeah.
Have you built him one?
No, I actually have not built him a like I said, that's the very first one I
Okay.
built.
Wow.
But he has not gotten his own personal custom as of yet.
I feel like we're on the ground floor of something.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna, ask you to
Yeah.
come
We're
back.
like
and
we
Yeah.
knew
Yeah.
him when
In a year,
Yeah.
he's not going to
Come
want to
back
talk to
for
us
volume
anymore.
2
He's
next
gonna be
year.
yeah,
there
right,
you go.
exactly. It'll be like the Nooner
Between
girls.
him and
Yeah.
Nora, they're going to be off
Yeah,
famous doing other things. They're not going to want to hang out with us
I
anymore.
know.
It'll just be the 3 of us.
Yeah. Maybe we don't need to change that intro.
We'll just say Angina.
Yeah.
Take Nora right out.
Exactly.
Now how much would a custom guitar cost?
Yeah,
How
good
much would
question. Mine?
like the lower scale? How much would it be?
Or like a range even.
Yeah.
I am really, really wanting to break my low end models in around 650, 700, which is unheard of
Really?
for a custom shop USA made guitar.
That's a really good price. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're usually in the
If
thousands,
you go,
aren't they?
if you go with
Yeah.
a Gibson USA custom shop, you're looking at over $3,000.
Wow.
If you're looking at something you want custom made personally for you,
Yeah.
the sky's the limit on that for a
Yeah.
Gibson.
Now,
Wow.
are you saying at that price because you don't want to price yourself out, or do you feel
No,
like you're
actually,
gonna price
I
yourself?
am trying to make it to where even the average weekend player can play a Wilson versus
So it's
something else,
affordable.
and play something that they're willing to stand behind and they want to play.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You could go out and grab a standard Fender for around $900. That's an American made. Well, why? If
Yeah,
you
it's
can get
true.
something from me
650
for
is really
Yeah.
between six,
expensive.
mine will be 6 to 1,000, and being the 1,000 price point would be something that's really got exotic wood or something
Oh,
really
wow. God,
you
that's
know.
a great price.
is.
right. Between
Yeah.
6 and
It really
1,000,
is.
you're locking tuners, a nice bridge. I'm looking at getting like Floyd Rose bridge builds. That I'll be doing a prototype of, make sure that I can make it work first, of course, before I offer it. But I mean, there's a lot there I want to do in that market that I think that I could help people with.
What kind of music do you listen to?
Oh wow, that's kind of an interesting topic. Now, isn't it? I listen to anything. I am mainly influenced by Adrian Vandenberg. He played in Whitesnake for a while. He had his own
Okay.
band, Vandenberg, and he has his own band now, the Moon Kings. So primarily, he's one of the ones that got me into guitar. Randy Rhoads from Ozzy Osbourne got me into playing. I
Who
listened.
would you love to build a guitar for?
Yeah, that's a good question, Jay.
Wow. Maybe Justin Furstenfeld of Blue October.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Just because I've met him a couple times. He's an awesome guy.
Uh-huh.
He has suffered a lot in his life with personal struggles, and he's just a great all-around guy. You know,
Oh, wow.
I've met him a couple times at a couple like acoustic events he's done at the Arc. Met him down at Royal Oak, and also.
Have you ever messaged him and just told him what you do?
No, not really. I haven't gone that far.
Oh, I think you should.
Yeah.
Who knows? He might order one.
Me.
Yeah.
He's actually endorsed by IBIDA, so I don't know if I want to cross that bridge. He's been long endorsed.
Conflict of interest.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah,
Type thing,
exactly.
real quick. Goodbye.
Awkward silence.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool that you like me, but
Never know.
Yeah.
You
True.
never know.
True.
Whose guitars do you really admire? Like when I look at Prince, and I know nothing about guitars other than
We just love his
Cosmetic.
guitar.
yeah, cosmetic and watching him
Oh,
play
right.
and
for sure, yeah, Prince is awesome. And of course, the iconic white guitar.
yeah, right.
There's been a lot of trouble going on with the guy that originally built that guitar, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Why?
On the Prince's family's been trying to get the rights for that guitar, even though the guy is the one that actually created it and worked with Prince on that design.
Wow.
And it's totally his copyright.
It's his, yeah.
Yeah, it
Oh.
isn't Prince's, it's his.
Right.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Where's
Little
he
trivia.
Because a lot of
from?
fans will actually buy that guitar.
Oh, I'm
Right.
sure.
Right.
I'm sure.
Well, isn't that funny? Because like that's the guitar that stands out. In
Oh,
my
exactly.
mind.
Right, for
I
sure.
I don't know anything about guitars.
But yeah, Paisley Park has been after him for that.
Wow.
We know that sometimes musicians, we've heard that they name their guitars. Have you named yours?
No, actually, I haven't named that one yet. It's. I just go off the body style shape. I've called it the origin because it's the beginning.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a great
I like
name.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I just because isn't it B.B. King who calls his
Lucille.
Lucille?
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually got a chance to see him too.
You did?
Oh man.
Oh.
And a friend of mine won tickets to well
On the
you
radio?
You could tell. Yeah.
Your
Actually, yes.
She didn't give you those tickets, did she?
No.
Oh, but
Well,
she took you.
she invited me.
Where'd you go see
It was DTE Pine
Oh,
Nine
nice.
because
Yeah,
that's how
yeah.
long it's been.
Yeah.
And I can remember him coming out, and of course he was older, so he was sitting in the chair. And I remember when I went, I was like, because Pink opened up for him.
Really?
I know, wasn't that?
That's
yeah.
crazy.
And
great
it really
combination.
was. And when he came out, I was like, oh, okay, it's B.B. King. I know he's an icon and stuff, but I'd never heard him live. So I was like, yeah. Well, he started playing, and oh my God,
Yeah.
I had no voice when I left.
Wow.
It
I
was such a good
actually
concert.
saw him when I went to see the Hendrix Experience with
Oh,
Johnny
Oh,
Lang.
you did?
Yeah,
Oh.
that was cool.
Yeah.
Talk
Yeah.
about if you love guitar.
Yeah.
Guitarist.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Nobody else like him.
Yeah.
Not like that. So,
Amazing.
yeah.
So moving forward,
Mhm.
what do you see? Where do you see your path going with this?
Well, I got like 2 other body styles. I got one that's about 60% done, and that my wife actually helped design the body on. It's
Oh,
called
really?
the body shape's called a Venus. I don't have that one with me today, but that one, like I said, the body.
A little teaser though for
Yeah.
Right. I'll bring that one in next time.
Venus.
Yeah,
So you guys
exactly.
Now, is that the name of the body
Yep,
style,
exactly.
or is that what your wife named it?
That's what we named it.
Oh,
We
okay.
both- we came up with the body shape together, and we came up with the name together.
So it's
Wow.
like totally original then. You're not okay.
Wow, that's so
Wow,
cool.
that is cool.
Can't wait to see
So-
it.
Okay, so I have to ask you, Rocky, if he was going to custom make a guitar for you, what would it have to have on it?
Oh, my face, first and foremost.
Your face.
Oh my!
This is not like you're gonna get a cake and you send a picture. in.
Yeah.
Be careful what you ask for.
But I want it when my nose hairs are fully grown out. Because she makes me trim them too often, so I would want it just all
the
Like
natural.
you're natural.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
natural.
With
No,
my
seriously.
eyebrows full.
What would you name it?
Would I name it?
Yeah, what would you name your guitar?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I would name it.
I named mine Cora Jenkins
What?
Why?
because my brother named me that. My older brother named me that when I was probably like 4 or 5. He started calling me Cora Jenkins, so I named it Cora Jenkins.
He just decided he was that
he still to
changed
this
your
day
name?
he calls me Cora Jenkins. Yeah.
Why did he come up
Yeah,
with?
what
Let's
does
get
that
him
mean?
on here.
Yeah.
That's an interesting backstory.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would yours have to have? I know what yours would have to. She'd have
No,
to
you
have.
don't.
Yes, I do. High heels.
I guess she does.
And be
maybe
shaped
some-
like a stiletto.
Yeah.
yeah.
It'd
Coach,
be-
you do
Here,
that?
wait. Speaking of stiletto, hold on. Let's go. I have a stiletto drink. Hold
Uh-oh.
on.
Is it in a stiletto shoe?
I don't know. Sure, if that's what you want. I have a stiletto.
So these
drink.
are all about Nora than these drinks.
I think so.
Kind of is.
Okay.
The
It's her birthday month.
stiletto, bourbon,
Mm,
amaretto,
yes. I like
lemon
amaretto.
juice.
Okay.
Pour all the ingredients into
know
an
about the bourbon.
old-fashioned glass over ice. Stir.
I don't know about the bourbon though. I do
I'm
the
not sure about
amaretto.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
All right.
amaretto.
Wait,
What's
there was
that?
another stiletto too.
I could drink it while I'm
how
in
about
stilettos.
this? There we go. The
Okay.
stiletto martini.
Oh,
There you
see.
go.
Now
That's
what's in that?
Nora's.
Chunks
Yeah.
of pineapple,
Mm.
a sliver
Ooh.
of ginger,
Mm-hmm.
cilantro leaves,
Interesting.
pineapple infused vodka,
Ooh.
apple juice, and
Ooh.
almond syrup.
Oh my
Now
gosh.
that sounds
that
good.
sounds
You sh-
Yeah.
really
Okay.
good. What? You
January 2nd, you have to make that.
should. Why do I have to do it? Why do I have to do everything?
Be right back.
So,
All right.
okay,
We did pick
Sheena.
some, we picked some drinks in honor of our guest today.
I
Oh, you
did.
did.
I did. Here we go. This is called the Pink Floyd. Now
Oh, there you go.
I
There
know.
you
There we
go.
go. It came with a disclaimer on the recipe. It said this Pink Floyd shot may result in unsolicited air guitar moves.
That's great. What's the drink?
Vodka, peach schnapps, cranberry juice, grapefruit, all mixed together in a shot glass. So it's a shot. Pink
Oh,
Floyd
wow.
shot.
Whoa.
Oh,
Wow.
that's cool.
Not good?
Okie dokie.
That'll keep you comfortably numb.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
All right, so Sheena, if you were going to have a custom guitar made,
Well, we already talked. I mean, you know what? My signature is my pearls, which
Yes.
I typically wear,
yeah,
often wear. Cherries in the Snow Revlon 440, the
Yep.
lips.
the lips.
What else?
What would you call it?
I don't know. That's a hard one. I mean, I don't know. I have to think about a name. Like, I don't know. I don't have a name. It's still, mulling about in my mind.
Yeah.
Design.
What about you, J-Dub?
J-Dub.
Calculator. No.
And some bling. Some
I
bling.
still have
calculator.
I still have that one you gifted me.
It would be a
Up
big
at-
wine glass in the shape.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Called
And a
Vino.
timer.
And a timer.
I'm setting a timer.
I said it.
I'm
Oh,
setting a
Vino.
timer.
Vino would be a good
Vino.
name for you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Vino.
Vino.
Okay.
We
There
got the
you
name
go.
for you.
There
Vino.
you go.
I don't know.
All right.
All right.
So,
All right.
well, okay. We're
Yeah.
We got to wrap it up.
Yeah.
almost.
We have one more. We have another sponsor we need to make sure we talk about before we go to.
Yeah.
And
She's looking at me like, yeah.
Yeah,
we did.
while we get that, let's talk about the Black Velvet cocktail. Guinness, stout, and champagne. Fill a flute with Guinness and float an equal part of champagne on the top.
That is interesting.
Okay,
I don't know. Yeah.
No,
Wrong one.
Fine.
Sorry.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
no.
All right, how about the Ginny Hendrix?
The Ginny Hendrix.
I already like that one.
That's
Yeah.
mine.
Wedges of
Yeah.
lime, superfine sugar, gin, white cream to coca, and chocolate powder to
Oh
garnish.
yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah, that kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
Like that
definitely
one?
drink that.
All
Okay.
right.
All right, we have to do our fortune cookies, and the drill with these.
Wait, we're not quite done yet.
Oh,
Hold on 1 second. I wanted to ask you something else.
Jack is just.
How can people get a hold of you?
I've got my YouTube channel, of course, my Facebook page. You know, people can friend me there. I'm pretty lax about the whole friending thing.
Okay. It's
The Wilson
George.
Project.
Oh, what is it? Is there a separate page for the guitars or no?
Yep.
Oh, there is.
The Wilson Project is my YouTube channel / Facebook page.
We can
Oh,
probably
okay,
put a
cool.
link. Like
Okay.
we can post it under.
Yeah.
Link.
Yeah.
I think
We
we
put a
did have
link.
the YouTube channel on
Yep,
there.
you do.
And then your Facebook page is that
The
George
Wilson Project or George Wilson. Yep.
Okay. So the Wilson Project or George Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
And what would you want people to know before they, get message you about possibly having a custom guitar?
Well, like I said, I'm going to walk them through the process. I will do, I've got like a couple of basic body shapes that
Okay.
I've created, but I will do pretty much anything except for anything that's already been registered or licensed.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
So if there's like, if they ask me for a Stratocaster, I'm sorry, go to Fender.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't do a
So they have to be
just for
original.
simple
They have to be.
copyright.
They have to be original designs.
Right, right,
Original models.
Okay.
right.
How
Now, if-
original can you go with the guitar though? Aren't they pretty much?
Well, you can always do variants. There's several
Okay.
companies that do a variant.
Mm-hmm.
Like mine even the Origin has like a Strat style top horn on it, but the bottom horn definitely is not a Strat.
Here, pull
know,
that
as
back
long-
up again so we can see it. One more time. I just love the colors.
I
Yeah,
do too.
it's
I
so
love
beautiful.
the
I think
design.
it's beautiful.
What did you put on top of it to finish or to seal it?
To seal it, that's actually hand laid polyurethane.
Wow.
And it takes like, I think I put like 30 coats of that on.
Wow.
Wow.
My gosh.
Yeah, it's silly.
Wow.
So,
'Cause, like, I
Silly
kept
amount
on-
of work.
Right, I kept putting it on, and I'm like, it kept vanishing. I'm like, really, how much does this thing absorb?
Wow.
Right.
so can somebody come to you with their own body shape design?
Oh, of course.
And what do they do? Just
What
bring
they'll
you
do
like
is
a
they'll come
cutout or something and say,
They can send me a drawing of it, and I
Okay.
could do like, I can prototype it. That may cost a little bit more for them.
so the drawing, does that have to be to specs or is that something
They could
you
do a blueprint, or I could do the blueprint for them.
Okay.
And then at that point, I can make like an MDF copy of the body shape, so that way I'll have a template of it.
Okay.
So this process is really fluid. Like there's a lot of different ways you can go with it. There's not one set process, like how it starts or what they bring.
Oh, exactly. As far as the custom shop goes, I'm very versatile.
Okay. Interesting. How exciting.
And-
now we're all thinking like, what could we come up with? We
Yeah.
can't play.
Yeah.
But like I said,
Roll my eyes at
I'm
you.
willing to entertain like 5 orders.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
And then I will literally say no,
And about how long would you tell somebody it's going to take?
depending on what they want.
Okay.
It could take 8 months to longer, depending on how many builds I've got in the shop. Like you said, I got a full-time job too.
Yeah. Yeah. Your full-time job is technology, right? You're an
Yeah.
IT person?
Yep.
Wow.
Like Microsoft certified as well, and I'm a analyst at my actual place where I work. Meaning I
Wow.
just do server research, more or less. See why servers reboot and that fun stuff. Services that need to be restarted.
I like when he said that fun stuff.
Wow.
That
Yeah.
fun stuff.
But I bet
It's
that
like a foreign
that
language
whole,
just as much as guitars is
yeah,
a
but
foreign
I bet
language.
that whole intricate way of thinking probably
Yeah.
helps you
Yeah.
with
Problem
the-
solving
yeah, building
yeah.
the guitars and
Well, several years before that, I was in manufacturing.
oh,
So I've already done a few 8Ds on my own guitar, which are like quality investigations, to see, things
Wow.
that I could improve
oh wow,
Wow.
okay,
and
cool.
stuff like that. So like, from a manufacturing standpoint, I've got a lot of manufacturing background as well.
Wow.
Whatever happened to the guitar that you built in high school? Do you still have it?
I think that's long gone.
Oh, is that?
That was way back in 92 I graduated.
Oh,
So that had to
wow.
been like maybe 89, 90. that I
Now, do
built
you
that.
think you'll ever sell that one, or will you keep that as
This
like
one?
your first one? That's your baby.
Right now,
or-
this is my baby.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine selling
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Well, thank you so much. This
Thank
was
you.
so cool.
Of course.
Yeah.
I
Thank
would,
you
I
guys
would
for
love a
having
guitar
me.
for
I
Christmas,
appreciate it.
guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
That sounds
shoot.
good.
That's
Yeah, I'll pitch
Right,
in. It's
right
not
to
bad.
Santa.
Okay.
Right to
You
Santa.
tell
Just
somebody.
let me-
Tell somebody who's not us.
Yeah. Tell somebody who cares. Yeah, right?
Well, I didn't want to say that.
I will say that Jessica.
Well, George, all
I gotta.
the
Yeah, go ahead.
all the best to you, and yeah, we would like to see what you come up with in the future.
Heck yeah, of course.
And
the path you're going to
Yeah, keep
travel.
us-
Yeah.
keep us
Yeah.
posted.
And
Most
who you're going to
definitely.
meet and who you're going to end up building a guitar for. That's
Yeah,
going to be pretty
that'll be exciting
interesting.
for sure.
We're going to
Because
get
you
you
already-
booked now to come back.
Yeah.
A verbal
Yeah.
agreement.
Yeah.
You'll be back
That'd be
when you
great.
make it big.
Yeah.
All right. We'll hold on to the guitar for you.
Yeah,
then.
no
How's that? But anyway, we have his links on our Facebook page. We'll post them again. But it's Wilson Guitar Project. And
the Wilson Project.
the
The
Wilson,
Wilson
Project,
Project, yep.
or George Wilson on Facebook, and you
Yep.
can message them if you want a custom guitar. It's probably too short of notice for this Christmas, but hey, there's birthdays and
Yep.
next year. And
And you
Right.
can also message him if you'd like to fund Jackie's guitar.
Absolutely, please. And
There you go.
message me so we can talk about it.
Right.
Anyway,
She can tell you exactly what she wants.
exactly. All right. Fortune cookies.
All right. So how are we gonna end these, ladies?
With a Wilson guitar.
With
Yeah,
Wilson
the
guitar.
Wilson
All
guitar.
right.
Why not?
So fortune cookies. We toss our cookies, and whatever way the prongs face, that means that fortune was meant for you. I will do the honors. Oh, that one is 100% yours.
That's Gina's.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
That one's Nora's, and this one's
All right.
tossing that over.
Oops. Don't hurt anybody, Rocky.
I tossed it.
She
That
tossed
It
her
was
cookies.
underhand.
Bro.
She tossed her cookies.
She always does.
The cookies.
I really do. One
try
of these
first.
days, I'm going to order one from you.
That'd be cool.
Ooh,
My
here we
husband's
go.
probably listening going, no, you're not.
Yeah.
You will travel far and wide for both pleasure and business with Wilson,
Wilson
Guitar.
Guitar.
Wow.
With your Pearl Wilson guitar.
With my
Yeah.
pearl-handled Wilson guitar.
You will soon receive an offer you can't refuse.
Oh,
wow.
Wilson Guitars.
Yep.
All right.
A lifetime of happiness lies ahead of you with a Wilson guitar.
Woo.
You
All
will
right, let's
reach
see
your
here.
highest possible point in your business or profession with Wilson Guitar.
Ooh. Go
Ooh,
ahead.
very good.
This weekend, we'll bring you a big surprise.
Oh,
with a Wilson
Wilson
guitar.
guitars.
Right?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
If October Blue gets a hold of you, you can need
Yeah.
to tell us.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right, a lifetime of happiness lies ahead of you with
I had
Wilson
that.
Guitar.
No, you can't have the same one.
Too bad.
Too bad.
bad.
A lifetime of happiness. We'll be together.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's what it
There
is.
you go.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. You guys, thank you so much for listening to The Nooner Show. We appreciate your support, and we hope you get inspired to take a leap of faith. Don't forget to subscribe to The Nooner Show wherever you listen to podcasts. You can like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram at The Nooner Show. Our show today is sponsored by The Parlor in Hadley, Michigan, a music-themed pizzeria where pizza rocks. Also, check out Happy Days Records and more, a new music/clothing store, and so much more located at 1801 West Genesee Street in Lapeer, Michigan. And from the makers of Dope Water, if you can be anything, why not be dope?
Why not?
right.
Right.
And remember, sometimes the only mode of transportation available.
Is the leap of faith. Thanks for taking a leap of faith, and
Thank you.
have a happy
Hump Day.
hump day.
Yay, yay.
Be safe. We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Happy
right
Wednesday.
here. Same place, same
Same
time.
place.
Same seat.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm sitting in your seat next week.